What up, party people? This is BD with Deep Cut Energy, and I just got back from Nashville, Tennessee on a 2 or 3 day trip, and I'm going to smoke this King Solomon Wisdom, show you my cigar haul and what else I picked up. This is Deep Cut Energy. All right, so you can see I'm already partially done with this because I filmed this video already, and it didn't take for some reason. So we're filming it again while I finish out this cigar. So this is a Wisdom by King Solomon. I've never had this cigar before. Picked it up at one of the cigar shops we'll get into. It's got a weird mosaic shaped wrapper on it. Looked interesting. It's a little, it wasn't quite a pig. It's like a little pyramid shaped deal. Perfecto. But either way. So first off, what are we drinking? Been nursing my little blue label here. Talked about this in another video. I rehydrated some Bovita packs using this. This is the one from my travel video. Threw those Bovita packs in. I always carry the old trusty, right? It's got an Arturo Fuente, a Bovita. I keep my cutter and my poker nubber punch in that, but I also carry one of these around so that I can go to all the cigar shops and get me a little haul. So first cigar shop I went to, I think it was called Bell Mead. I've been there before. I'll put it in the description, or I'll put text up. But I went in there and picked up nothing super fancy. I didn't set a budget. I just want to get some cool shit. Picked up an Oliva Series V Melanio 2025. It's an awesome cigar. I picked up, so you guys know I love me a flying pig. Love me a Liga number 9. I've never had the Liga Privada T52. So I picked up one of those. They had those. I've heard it's a little spicier. We'll see. I might do a review on it. Maybe not. I don't know that everybody wants to see me do a second review on the Liga Privada pig, even though it is a different one. And then I picked up, and you guys know I love these if you've watched any of my stuff or heard me talk about what I consider to be complex cigars. Picked up Foundations, the Tabernacle Goliath Perfecto 5x58. But this is not the Maduro that I usually smoke. This is the Havana Seed Connecticut. So pretty stoked on that. So that was the first cigar shop I went into. And so then stopped by another place, and I picked up the New World Dorado Gordito 5.5x60. I love New World. So we'll see. Did not buy 2 of those, so I don't know if I'll do a review on that or not. Then jammed by one more place. This place, I don't know what was going on with it. The person running the place was playing on a Sega or a PlayStation or some shit. There's all kinds of people in there doing carpentry work and stuff, and it took me a while to get checked out. But I bought an Arturo Fuente Hemingway bestseller, little Perfecto shape. I actually bought 2 of these, but I smoked one of these on, my daughter and I went and were chilling down on Broadway and 2nd Avenue. We went and ate at the Hard Rock and then kind of walked around just chilling. But I was smoking one of these, walking around, found a like a vape store that seemed to be like kind of smoking friendly. So we just chilled there. We could hear some live music. And when we got done, I was like, man, I hate to just hang out here and not go in. Plus my daughter wanted to see if they had hats there. So I went in that place and picked up a La Roma de Cuba Immensa. So I love the La Roma de Cuba Mi Amor. I have not had this one. This is probably a 660. Pretty decent sized ring gauge on that. So that was cool. And then actually before that, we'd stopped at one other place, and I picked up this little weird guy. I'll show you the band. I already had to take it off. It's Wisdom by King Solomon. And it's not just me who had never heard of it. The guy at the cigar lounge / humidor, he got this other cigar that I got, knew what it was, rung it up. Then he gets it, and he keeps looking it over like he'd never seen it before. So he too also did not know what the hell that was. So I got this. It's decent. I'm not doing a full review on it. I didn't even in the video that got screwed up. But then I picked up, and I've had a lot of my fathers. I've had my Father Blue. I've had the Judge. I've had the La Palencia. I've had a few others. But this is, my chat GPT log suggested this, and I've had a lot of other people tell me this is good. This is the My Father Le Bijou. So I'm stoked on that. Not the biggest haul in the world, but that's not all I got. So I looked around all these liquor stores, and I'll say my daughter's pretty cool about being like, Dad, there's a liquor store. Maybe they have the liquor you're looking for. So there's a specific thing I was looking for. Only found it at 2 places. One of them wanted way above MSRP for it. And then I just kept looking around to see if I could find it somewhere else. And because I've been nursing this thing quite a bit, I was looking all over hell, trying to find it. Finally stopped in Lebanon and went in, and voila, $71. So I was looking. One of the places in Nashville wanted $90 for it. And I'm just like, and all the gas I spent, I guess I probably would have been better off to just buy it than stopping at 20 liquor stores. But that's kind of fun, right? It's like going into all these liquor stores and checking out what they've got. One place said he was going to get it. And then I asked him about if he had maybe a bottle of 10 years stashed, which I knew he'd oversell it. And he said, which I didn't think there was more 10, 12, or 14 coming out till next year, but he said he's going to be getting some. He talked to the truck driver, and they're going to bring it. And then he immediately went into explaining why he has to charge such high secondary prices on stuff like that. So he's going to be up there. I paid $120 for the one I've got, which is still above MSRP, but everybody else wanted $150. It's worth $120 to me. Not because it's really worth $120, but because it's rare and somebody comes over and they've never got to try it. I like to be, a baller and show them that that I've got it and that they can try it if they want. Damn, I really did not put that in at a good angle, but it got me to thinking. Before I get into that, the guy asked me, he's like, hey, what are you looking for? And I asked him if he had the Heritage toasted barrel. He said, no, I don't have. He says, wait. And we go up to the counter. He had one behind the counter, $71. I'm like, is it really 71? He's like, yeah. I'm like, throw it in the bag, man. Let's get it. Because that's MSRP roughly. So, but it was a good time. I'd been drinking a little Jack on the rocks. But I'm so proud of my daughter because, she's daddy's little girl. I don't care what's on the menu. She can order whatever she wants. She kept it in between the lines. We ate at one place. We just kind of stopped out on a whim. It was fairly expensive. And she didn't go crazy just trying to order the most expensive shit on the menu. And then we went to Hard Rock, and we'd already had wings that day. And they had all kinds of, pricey-ish stuff. And she's like, dude, we already ate a big meal, man. Let's get a salad. And so we each got, chicken Caesar salad. And it was amazing. A chicken Caesar salad shouldn't be that good. It was great. It kind of got me to thinking a little bit that it's a nice position to be in. And I haven't always been in this spot. To be able to take one of my kids somewhere and just be like, man, get whatever you want off the menu. I don't care. You want appetizer, get appetizer. I mean, there were times that my older girls, we used to have to go through a drive-through and make them motherfuckers order off the value menu, man. And it got me to thinking. I got to looking around at some of these young kids and in the Hard Rock, and none of them looked like they couldn't afford to have a couple of drinks, and I could remember, so I didn't grow up poor. I've said that before. I mean, I didn't grow up rich either, but I mean, I ate every day, and, I was able to have some cool shoes from time to time and, get my Letterman jacket and, some of those things. My dad had a good job. My folks got divorced and my mom remarried. My stepdad had a good job. My mom ended up having a good job. Wasn't like highly privileged or anything, but I also wasn't broke, so that doesn't mean I don't know what it's like to be poor, though, because when I moved out, I was fucking poor. I didn't want nothing from nobody. And sometimes that meant you'd end up in some weird spots. So I remember a bunch of people I knew wanted to go bowling. And of course, I was always riding with somebody. I called the place. What's it cost to bowl? It's going to be like 17 bucks or whatever. I had 20. So that was what I took. That's all I had. Paid my 20, put my $2 and change in my pocket. We go to leave. Everybody wants to go to Cracker Barrel. I'm like, fucking Cracker Barrel, man. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Because I was riding with somebody else. I had to go. It was like a whole other town over, so I didn't have any options. So I got to go to Cracker Barrel with these fuckers. But I never wanted anybody to feel sorry for me. So now I got to convince everybody that I'm not hungry. I was hungry as hell. I was so hungry, y'all. People were picking up. They're like, man, have a biscuit. And I'm like, but I knew if I ate a biscuit that it was going to show everybody that I really was hungry. And then somebody else is going to feel obligated to buy my meal for me or whatever. And I'm like, no, man, y'all, seriously, man, I ate a big meal before we came bowling. You know, I don't need any biscuits. So I didn't want to just, like, if we could have went and ate some Mexican somewhere, man, I could have just, like, boned out on some damn chips and salsa. But they wanted Cracker Barrel, which is, like, a little fucking pricey for eggs anyway. But whatever. What do I know? I was in that position a lot. And to now be in a spot where that's not that way at all. You know what I mean? I can take my daughter somewhere. I can go. And same with you. If you're watching this, you probably buy boutique cigars from time to time. You probably buy a nice bottle of whiskey from time to time. But I bet you've been there too. You know, I bet that you've been there where you couldn't go pick up some random cigar you've never heard of that's a $12 cigar, which, by the way, if you've ever tried a King Solomon cigar, the Wisdom, or any other kind, if you've ever heard of it, put it in the comments and let me know, because I've never heard of them before. There was a time I couldn't do that. There was a time, like I said, I might have had to put a leash on my kid a little bit where we're ordering something, and now it's not that way. Again, I'm not saying I'm balling by any stretch. I'm just saying I'm doing better than I was. And you can get wrapped up in shit, man. You can get wrapped up in the whole, like, all right, we're done eating, man. Bring me my check. I want to get the fuck out of here. You're on the logical side of your brain. You want to figure out the tip, all these other things, and you're not in the experience. And it's nice to take a step back and be grateful for the fact that that you can afford to do a couple things, that you can afford to do that for one of your kids and just be like, yeah, man, grab whatever you want off the menu. You're double blessed if you got a kid like mine who doesn't look at the prices. They actually just get what they want, and they don't just order something stupidly crazy expensive just because it's the crazy expensive thing, man. My kid never does that shit. But, just like enjoying a cigar, take a moment to sit back and be grateful that you're even in a position, even if it's a stretch, that you can buy a cigar, a decent cigar, or a decent glass of whiskey, or you can order some cocktail when you're out, right? That costs $15 when you could have made 20 of them at home for the same price. It's a good feeling. On that very positive note, I will tell you one negative story about me when I was not doing so well. So I moved back to California when I was 19, just to fucking solidify in my mind that it wasn't for me. A bunch of people are going to some parties. There's 2 or 3 going on. We're just going to go back and forth. Of course, right, I had enough money for my beer. That was it. I bought 3 or 4 40s of St. Ides and off to the races, man. That stamped me out, man. I had 37 cents left or some shit. And so it was a weird night. These 2 chicks, one of them I was kind of into, but it was my buddy's ex. This was common. Like, we're always dating each other's exes and shit. It was fucking mad drama. But either way, that night, she got a couple drinks in her, started getting all up on his nuts. I was feeling some type of way about it. And her friend was just like rubbing it in my face, man. Her friend was a fucking bitch. Some little rich girl too, man. Like, it was bad. And I can't tell you how much of a bitch she was. Just believe me, man. She was just fucking, I had to constantly bite my tongue to keep from getting in a confrontation with this bitch, man. She was just hard to fucking deal with. And somehow after the whole night, we're faded. She wasn't drinking, but she was driving us. And she's talking shit the whole night, man. Just talking shit. And she's going to swing through Taco Bell. And everybody's putting their money in, right? Everybody's going to order something. Well, I didn't have any money. I was fucking hungry. And she's like, you going to get any food with your broke ass? And I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm not hungry, right? Same thing, right? I'm biscuit boy again. Man, she was so shitty. Not saying I'm proud of this. I'm not saying I'm not proud of this, though. But I'm riding shotgun. My dude and kind of our chick is in the back. And somebody else is in the back, too. And when she says that to me, man, you going to get anything with your broke ass? And I'm like, no, I'm cool. Like, just rubbing it in my face, man. And the light from the order thing where you place your order shined into the car, man. And I could see down by my feet. And I could tell the whole time we were driving, so I couldn't stretch my legs out. And I look down and it's this bitch's purse. And the fucking thing's open and there's like 3 loose $1 bills in there. And I'm like, hold on, man. Like, I'm pointing at the thing. I'm like, yeah, grab me 2 bean burritos, add sour cream, and grab them $3. And act like I'm getting out of my pocket. I'm like, I got some. I'm like, here you go, man. Hook me up. And it was, to this day, the best fucking bean burritos I've ever had. Don't feel bad about it a bit. She fucking was such an asshole. She probably never even noticed the $3 was gone. Not that it makes it okay to steal, but man, fuck that bitch. That's how it was, right? So that's what I'm saying. Remember, you know, when you're able to damn go buy the steak sauce at Walmart without having to check your bank account first, or you can buy you some nice boutique cigar that you've never heard of just to give it a shot. Man, remember the time that you were Biscuit Boy, man, where you had to damn chill with people and act like you weren't hungry so that they wouldn't feel bad for you. Remember when you were broke and didn't have shit, man, and actually enjoy the moment instead of, you know, trying to rush through things and get done and you know, not enjoy those type of moments. So either way, that's the B-side gold, man. I hope you picked up today. Not much of a haul, but I'm very grateful that I was able to do it. So put in the comments, man. Throw me a story about when you didn't have it like that, man, when you were broke as hell. Tell me about when you were Biscuit Boy. I'm curious, man. I love those kind of stories, man. Some of the best times of my life was when I was broke, honestly. But anyway, as always, enjoy your smoke. Enjoy your drink. Enjoy your life. And as always, have a good one, y'all.